Welcome to Faith Comes by Hearing's March Update, honoring those who will at last have the opportunity to hear God's Word in their heart language. Because of your work, because of your commitment, and because of your passion, more lives are transformed to the glory of Christ. Each audio Bible created and released for access represents thousands upon thousands of people worldwide. We're counting down to 2033 with the release of new languages and ultimately to the time when every person on earth can hear Jesus say, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." Welcome to The Update.
Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Evans, Senior Video Editor in Gospel Films.
And I'm Lori Koch, Recording Operations Manager.
And we welcome you to the official March Update as we count down to Vision 2033, brought to you by Faith Comes by Hearing employees and supporters.
Yeah, it's great to be here talking about the people who are going to hear God's Word in their heart language, many for the first time.
So we've got some really exciting stories to share with you about how these recordings defied all odds and were completed. But before we get to that, we're going to listen to some verses from these very unique languages.
I'm excited. Yeah,
right,
let's go.
Let's do it.
Arzle, pokola vermalo la mareago.
Calderash Romani.
Pe pule gadareniendi. Cananchesto, o Isus andobero. Avilanga leste, e catar cămanuș, ancastoant al mormântului, stăpânime că duhos tar jungalo. O manuș cadua, sale socăr.
Iye hundola kunanya la hingitama genihari tu.
Canberra.
Nadangu na tao na mapahuharungu la papatingi niya naliweling uli ala. Iye hu na itaha datena badambuda la hingitama. Damayapa iyangu badapuru da ka welingu la tena.
Wanda sa jubisam jadu, lomedome genesaret.
Fadambu.
Sengu tu bisel junto do POPDL, para de penente de nova naciol. Tada chi seta e bibate do sunen shibi sabodo domal. Unang piskado bilaga piala, tayo na imbiskalin pa lididinin.
Matthew, do you actually speak Calderash Romani? I saw your lips kind of moving as it was...
No, but you know, I'd recognize John 3:16 anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think that was John 3:16. Anyway, I want to tell you the story about one of our languages from Africa. The Fadambu of Equatorial Guinea followed a long and winding road to get here. You see, for years, I've been trying to get our team into Equatorial Guinea to record the languages there. But the entrance requirements were just so restricted, we could never get a recording team in there. But the solution came not from Africa, but through Peru.
Wait, Peru? How did that happen?
Well, it's surprising, isn't it? You may not know that Equatorial Guinea is a former Spanish colony, and so Spanish is still spoken as one of the official languages there.
Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of unusual for an African country, right?
Yeah, it really is. But years ago, a small group of Fadambu speakers immigrated to Spain, where they've been working on the translation with the help of the Bible Society. Well, several years ago, our recording team from Peru started making trips to Spain to record some of the languages in that country, languages like Euskara, Catalan, and of course, Spanish. And so when they asked us to send a team to record the Fadambu, we said, well, yes, of course.
Or, sí, por supuesto.
Very good, Matthew. But here we have a video of the translator and the narrator of this recording. His name is Bernardino, and he's just expressing his gratitude. And in the video, you'll see our Peruvian recording team consisting of Gustavo and Franco sitting right there with him.
Buenos días, buenas tardes, depende de donde se encuentren. Queremos agradecer a cada uno de ustedes por todo lo que han hecho por nosotros, por la oración y el apoyo. Como verán, hoy es un día histórico, digo histórico para el proyecto Fadambu, porque después de más de 25 años trabajando en este Nuevo Testamento, hoy toca una etapa también importante, que es la grabación del audio de ese Nuevo Testamento. Y para eso el Señor ha tenido que traer desde el bello país llamado Perú, a dos técnicos que tienen experiencia en este campo y que nos van a ayudar para trabajar.
And wow, what a story. You know, people really do feel it a privilege to be able to record God's word in their language for their own people.
Well, let's listen to some more languages. Roll 'em, Aaron.
Sango allo, nagsasindog si Jesus di tumarani to dakol no lanaw.
Manabo at Langilan.
No naghingaranan dan to lanaw to hinisarit. No napipion si Jesus dot mga oto, no og pandan ni Rani kandin suog kanya tandan to og paminog to karibahin to magbubuot. No nagkita ni Jesus kadaro ano baw to no dakol.
예수 젤라라우드나 예루살렘 사텔 코이나임글라 다토 가마 방키
Raji.
हुना मार्था गर्ने मचाइ आफ्नो नाममा हुरापना स्वागत खैकु मार्थाका बहिन्याउ मरियम येसुका खुट्टावा नोइतना येसुका वचन क्लाछायाङ होकङ मार्था चो कामको बिस
na yeyi yesu atome yire
A worry.
ko yo yin tele am lo lu nai ni ka de ro no nai ni am kun yo kan yiku isi jo mo nso iya re li ya re tojo po am ro ku re bo ya re mi sokun bi jesu ri enu re se.
By the way, the Awori language that we just heard is a subset but a distinct language within the tonal Yoruba language group.
Okay, that's interesting. What exactly is a tonal language, though?
A tonal language is a language that uses pitch or tone to distinguish between the meaning of words. So you could have one word that has either a low, medium, or high tone or pitch to it, and the meaning of that word is going to be different depending.
Oh, wow. That seems like that would be really difficult to learn.
Well, yeah, not only that, it's difficult to learn how to read. And so if you're a Bible translator and you're translating a tonal language that's never been written down before, you have to figure out an orthography and an alphabet, and you have to use symbols and diacritics to be able to say how that particular word is pronounced. And it just gets really complicated. And that's where oral Bible translation is such an advantage for translating these tonal languages, because the mother tongue speakers, they just do what comes naturally. They're translating and speaking with the spoken word rather than with the written word. And it's just really a powerful combination and efficient too.
You know, I will take your word for that. Let's see here. Oh, you know, I think you mentioned earlier that you had an interesting story about a language from the Philippines. Is that right?
Oh, yes. That would be the Manabo Ata Langilan recording from the Philippines. And boy, that one was really challenging to do. So the recording team was there, and they had set up their studio, their makeshift studio, in a building with a metal roof, but it was raining.
Oh.
And so the rain was compounding down during the recording. I mean, you can imagine just ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba during the recording.
Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't good for soundproofing.
Well, no, it wasn't. And so what they decided to do is move the whole recording to a nearby town that had a properly soundproofed professional studio. And so that solved that problem.
Yeah,
but the other problem is that there was no room at the inn.
Oh.
There was literally no place for the recording team and the speakers and the proofreaders to stay. Oh, wow. And so they were given a covered rooftop that was kind of out in the open. They had to go buy hammocks and blankets, and they literally just camped out on this rooftop together for the duration of the recording, which was 4 weeks long. And Toto and Rose, our husband and wife recording team, they actually slept in a storage closet next to the studio.
Wow. That seems really challenging and kind of uncomfortable, especially for 4 weeks.
Yeah, but
wow.
You know what? This was so amazing. This is what they wrote to us about that situation. They said, our prayer request is the Lord will give us more love and understanding. Can you believe that?
Wow.
They weren't praying for their circumstance to change. They were praying for themselves to be changed.
Yeah. I think there's a lesson in that for all of us. That's really powerful.
Yeah.
Shall we listen to the last set of new languages here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Jésus, kwe devi kwe gbeto yo wande jemole som na hime tohome.
Be Eastern Hula.
E je toho ba gbojio ye dogo gbeto yo wande lesonu etio digbe. Nyonu sokuside bevi nusun akongo weku tohome bieme susu je nyonu ogbon. To hono pon
do inesi godo Jesu kpodo devi ton lekpo.
Be seto.
Adi àwọn pada hode. Yebio toho naini tome. Do bibio toho lo tome. Ye mo gbeto susu ton son toho lo me nkodo na we suku sidi. Demoni do ovi huwa.
Tesem pa Yesu ikingabo.
Sandawe.
Are warange ba ona hocho makana anolombo wesu. Ni na sewa hawe makanta na anolombo te. Pata haradali tengo tetera hega. Tela tetera urinzo ndo tenchia antache. Boyo nginata kawa.
Well, that is amazing. You know, in our daily work here, it's sometimes easy to neglect or forget what exactly we're working on here, but people are receiving God's word for the first time in their language. It's amazing work. It's great commission work, and I love being a part of it.
Well, it really is great commission work, and it's so encouraging to see the progress that's being made every month.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, where are we at this month?
You know, let me check the numbers. We'll get the official tally. We have 12 new languages released this month, audio Bibles in 12 new languages, which brings our total to 1,772 languages. You know, that is nothing to sneeze at.
Gesundheit. So how did we do in gospel films this month, Matthew?
Oh, well, you know, I get the privilege of being a part of the gospel films team, and over there we have been receiving longer and longer languages, so we have been building longer and longer templates to fit those languages so that we can fit the long languages with the beautiful original Lumo films. So, over in gospel films this month, we produced 31 gospel films, 14 of which are new languages, and that brings our total to 1,269 languages. Here's a quick clip in, do you know how to pronounce that one?
So.
That is so easy. Okay, here's a quick clip in So.
Ishi etu nato Yesu o masku wisochi shito tamatsongo. Ishi tu popioskuna po uefo ho psoyaska o fukuinto pupunguto hamo.
Gospel films in 1,269 languages. That is really something worth celebrating. And I think we just need to acknowledge the Lord and give him all of the praise and thanks for what he's accomplishing through this ministry, through these new languages, and most importantly, the people that will hear them, and for all of the languages yet to come.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next month.